Hello there, classmates. My name is Jen, and I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm looking at my notes here. This lesson is for week 1, Introduction to Music Production at Coursera.org, and my lesson will be how to recording an acoustic instrument, and I'm going to be teaching it from my little home studio here. For this lesson, I'm going to be recording my acoustic instrument is going to be my acoustic guitar. And what I have chosen to record my guitar is my condenser mic. So you don't want to use a dynamic mic for studio recording. That's best used in live recording or in live performance. But a condenser mic will pick up all the subtleties that you need for great recording. So what we want to make sure is we've got our DAW open here. And what we want to do is make sure everything is ready to go. So we've got our monitor off. Sorry, my cat is doing its own. And so we have our monitor off right now, so that's great. And what we're going to be using in my audio interface, which is right here, is we're going to be using this XLR cable coming from my condenser mic, and we're going to be putting it into 2. Now I got to make sure my gain is all the way down first, and my phantom is off. Okay, now that we make sure everything's safe and nothing's going to blow up here, so we're going to take our male end of our condenser. And by the way, the mic is always male. And we're going to stick it into where the instrument cable is going in my audio interface, into the female end of it. And then we are safe to turn on our phantom power. Alright, now we get our headphones on, right? Because we don't want to get our monitor on, it'll be a lot of feedback, and we just want to isolate the sound. We've got our DAW up here, and I'm plugged in the back of my headphone. My gain is up on 2, my phone volume is up, everything's up so I can hear it. And there's a nice, it's coming in here on the screen real nice. I know there's correct terminology for all this. I don't know it all yet, but anyway, so it's coming in, so I'm checking my levels, and I'm making sure it's not going up into the red, because that's very important. You don't want that kind of distortion. So I'm checking it, and here I've set up my mic, my condenser mic. Basically what you want to do is, this is it's unidirectional. I got the logo on the front. This for me is the best placement when I'm experimenting, and as you're probably learning in class, you're going to find out through experimenting, because your ears are the best thing. You're going to listen and find out what you like the best, while you're also monitoring to make sure that you're not going up in the red and causing any distortion. So this is sort of my sweet spot, and it's sounding really good, and it's looking good. Alright, now what we're going to do is go back to our DAW, our digital audio workstation, and over here I got my mouse, and I'm going to enable my guitar track. Then I'm going to go down here to my transport. Here we go. We're going to record. I'm a little into it here, but this is just for a sample. And I'm watching to make sure I'm not going into the red at all. Just kind of experimenting, listening through my monitor what sounds good. Alright, now we want to kind of listen back to it but through the monitors. So what we're going to do is make sure everything's turned off. We'll turn off our phantom power. Let's get our gains and our levels down. And then we can also, now that I don't hear anything, it's not a full mute, remember, but now I can unplug. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my monitors. Okay, so now I have actually turned my monitors on. I've moved them up here so I can hear good. And remember what we learned in class, that you want your monitors to be as clear as possible. You don't want like a home theater type thing that adds all these different effects of the speakers. You want it to be real clear and simple so you can hear what you've done. So now I'm just going to press play, and but this is just for a sample. Now I can hear back what I just recorded. Nothing's gone into the red. I'm not going into the red at all. Just kind of experimenting, listening through my mind, so I can hear back what I just recorded in my condenser mic. Hi there, here's my ending and my reflection. I am a singer-songwriter. I've been singing and writing songs my whole life, but I don't know anything about recording, so that's why I took this class at Berkeley and Coursera, and I don't really know anything. I don't know all the terminology. I've luckily gotten the pieces that I think I need, but So I apologize sorry, that's my cat, that my video is very introductory and I'm missing a lot of keywords I knew that we learned in lesson, especially about frequency and sound, but I'm going to learn them, so I appreciate any feedback that you could give me about parts that I missed. Again, I'm sorry about my cat, and thank you so much for being patient with me.